Hey guys, Rachele again, and with Amethyst Ascension, and this video is going to be howItarot, and this was from the three Fat Readers channel, which is Dani Mystic, Dustin from the Modern Metaphysical Man, and Lisa from Supportive Tarot. Love their channel. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. I'm going to put their link for this actual video that they started, this hashtag, down below in the description. So I'm just going to move on with it, okay? And please bear in mind, I've only been doing tarot for about a year and a half, I would say. So the first question, this was from Dani, and it said, what sparked your interest in tarot? Tarot beginnings, tarot origin. Well, I'm just going to touch on this briefly. I don't want this to be forever long, but my grandmother did tarot. I didn't know that she did tarot, but when I lived with her when I was 18, I didn't know at the time. She would have me take her to like a local pub where they would do like readings, tea leaf readings, runes might have been in there, palmistry. There was a bunch of different ones. So that kind of sparked my interest. However, being raised Christian, many of the other family members just thought that you mess with that kind of stuff, your, curiosity killed the cat, so to speak. So I just didn't mess with it. So about a year and a half ago, a little bit more than that maybe, I had got a subscription box, and I think it was like Tarot Party Night, or I don't remember what it was called. And it's a subscription box that I got through Cratejoy, and it's a monthly box that has, I believe, like different oracle cards or tarot cards that comes in it each month. So the very first month that I got it, I got the Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot, along with a book by I don't even remember. I'll link the video if I remember. Up above, I'll do a little card thing showing the unboxing of that. Well, not the unboxing, but a walkthrough of that. So anyways, that's what started it. I read the book and then did a course and yada, yada, yada. Here we are. So, number 2 from Dani. Do you only use tarot in your readings, or do you add in other forms of divination? I am not like, I don't have tons and tons and tons of readings under my belt. I mean, I've probably done, for other people, maybe 20. For myself, yeah, quite a few. But when I do them, and I said do, jeez. When I do them, after actually starting my 78 Days of Tarot series, now I'm starting to associate those cards also with astrology and numerology. So yeah, that comes into play, or I'm trying to bring that into play. And also, my own intuition, as well as, well, that's probably not even part of this question. And then another form would probably be oracle cards. So are you a psychic or a card reader? Well, up until recently, I thought I was just a card reader. But after doing the series on the different 8 clairs, I realized that I have many of the clairs, and my intuition is strong. And this started a while back. I started messing with like Zener cards, and also doing this online on a group. It's where you would pick what she put in the box. She would put these 3 different crystals in the box, and then she would send it out to the group, which was a huge, it's a huge crystal group. And then you would have to pick. And I found that when I used my first thought, my very first thought, my gut, I got it right. I mean, I think I got it right like 8 weeks in a row or something, because it was something that she would put out on Sunday and then do the reveal on Mondays. But when I would second guess myself, that's when I would, never failed, I would get it wrong. So I would say it's both, because I'm learning to use my intuition more and trusting my gut more, as well as the meanings of the cards. So number 4 from Dani is, do you use tarot for anything other than reading? Spells, altar cards, displays as art, and gifts. I have given a couple of tarot decks away now. Well, actually 4 or 5, I think, actually now, to different people. And so yeah, definitely is gifts. Spell work, no, I haven't really used tarot and spells at this point. But I have used it on my altar if I'm trying to focus on, let's say, for instance, whatever that reading is or something that I'm going through, trying to use that energy in order to build myself up or self-love or for whatever. So even like the Witch's Moon, when I get those boxes, or when I had got those boxes, I would get their oracle cards, and I loved them, so I would put them up. And I do have many of them still on display, like in my curio cabinet and all that, because I thought they were so beautiful. So yeah, that's how I also use them. So now this is number 5 question is from Dustin. Have you ever taken a break from tarot? If yes, why? No, I haven't, but I'm only a year and a half, so probably later on down the road I probably will, because I tend to just go full force. I mean, I'm like all in. When I'm interested in something, I'm all in, and I do it. I eat, breathe, and sleep all in, okay? So then that means I easily get burnt out after so long a period of time. So I take a break and come back to it. So I'm sure I will. 6 from Dustin, question 6. If you could live in any tarot card from the RWS, which would it be? And I would have to say easily the Fool, because I think that the Fool is beyond the physical realm. I think the Fool is also the physical realm, you know, the 3D physical world, but also on a spiritual level, to the point of always wanting to experience. So not being closed off, not being in ego, just always looking for new adventures, and gonna make mistakes, gonna fall down, gotta pick yourself back up again, and learning lessons along the way. But the Fool is everything. Okay, so it'd be the Fool. I want to always be the Fool. Okay, question 7. Do you use the tarot in a predictive way? Do you predict the future? And this is also from Dustin. Solid Bobby baby. What? What can mommy do for you? You gotta go potty again? Okay. I know. Go lay down right now. Go on, Baba. Go lay down. Go lay down right over there on your bed. Okay, so do you use, number 7 from Dustin is, do you use the tarot in a productive way? Do you predict the future? I've kind of said this before too in other videos. I don't really look at it as predictive, because I'm just, even if it's in a future position, I'm just looking at what the cards are telling me in order to relay it as a possibility, because we have free will. So once somebody has that information, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be changed, just because they are aware of the situation. So I don't really see it as predictive. I see it more as just intuitive guidance and reading the cards. But I'm new. I'm like a year and a half into this, so You know, my perspective might change in 5 years. This is just where I'm at this point. So number 8 from Dustin is intuitive, rote, classic, modern, mix. Not exactly sure in what regard he is talking about. Intuitive, rote, classic, modern, mix. Okay, I'm just going to take a stab at this because I don't remember from the video, although I did watch the video, but I watch a lot of things and you know my memory. So what I'm taking from this is, do you read intuitive or just what's wrote in like the guidebook, or what is the classic meaning, or a new modern spin, or a mix of all of it? And I would say a mix of all of it. That's what my perception of that question is. So now we're going to start on Lisa's questions. And Lisa's number 9 question was, what are your most consistent tarot habits? Well, for one, I like to clear my area. And I have heard other people say that you don't got to do that, yada, yada, yada. But for me, you know, I like to be positive. And I think that if you're highly stressed about something, you're going to bring that into your reading. And if that's what you want, by all means, but that's not what I want. So, and I'm not saying that one is right or one is wrong. Not at all. It's just a personal preference. So I definitely make sure that my area is cleaned. I sage it and you know, because life happens, arguments happen. Somebody will come home from work and be in a bad mood, whatever. So, I like to sage the area. Sometimes I like to also afterwards use like Palo Santo, or frankincense to, you know, really change the vibration, you know, a higher vibration. Because I also believe as we raise the vibration and we're in a higher state of vibration, that our intuition is much higher. So we're going to get a more crisp and clear message versus something that is from a lower vibration. So there's that. And another habit would be, I like to do a daily, not even a daily draw necessarily for me, just a daily draw that's, you know, a reflection on a card. Sometimes it pertains to me, sometimes maybe it doesn't. Maybe it always does, and that's not how I take it, but, so yeah, that. So question number 10 from Lisa. Do you see tarot as a magical tool, a spiritual tool, a psychological / self-help tool, something else, or all of the above? Well, I believe that in the law of one. And the law of one, if you are not aware of it, for anyone that's watching this, is a body of work that was actually channeled from a couple of different people, or one person, I think Carla Ruckert. And this was in the 80s, I believe the 80s. And it was from the Ra group. As in the same god Ra from ancient Egyptian times. And to my understanding, some of the information that was in there states that there were tools that were passed down, like divinatory tools. And I think that tarot was one of those things. So I definitely see it as a spiritual tool, a way of getting in touch with your higher self through intuition and helping others the same way. Do I see it as magical? Well, magical is, for me, yeah, because it's all about vibration, right? I mean, I believe it is. And thoughts are vibration and sound. So, psychological and self-help, absolutely. All of the above. Sorry, I'm making these all really, really longer than they need to be, probably. Number 11, do you collect tarot decks? Why or why not? Yes. Gosh, I just love them. Each one of them carries, I honestly believe, their own different feeling, their own different energy. They bring something different to the table and a new perception. You know, I might work with one differently than I work with another one. And some might be easier for me, and some might be harder for me. Some might give me harder lessons, whereas others might be a little bit softer on a subject. So there's other decks that I really, really wanted to get eventually, like the Thoth or Thoth, however you pronounce it, because I believe that that was also inspired, obviously, by ancient Egyptian, you know, Thoth, the god Thoth, which I find very interesting, and it's a different system, so I want to learn that, as well as like Benebelwens, the spirit keepers, because there's so many different levels of knowledge that's included in that. So that's another reason that I collect, for what the different ones bring to it. And some it's just because they're just darn pretty. So 12 from Lisa. Do you have an aesthetic when it comes to the type of decks that you enjoy? If so, what is it? You know, I thought I did, because I really, really like art. Art just speaks to me. And I thought I had more of like, you know, like Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci. What is that, like Renaissance time art? But I love many different art mediums, and I think they all speak to us in a different way. So yeah, I don't think I really do. I've even seen darker ones that I thought I would never like, but as I continue to grow in it, I really appreciate those too. So some of even the creepy ones, right? Kind of like them. And I didn't, you know, even 6 months ago. So people change and grow. The bonus question, do you personify your decks? No. Yes, I think they have different energies and all that, but as far as actually, I don't think that they're a spirit. I just think that they're a tool. But the ultimate power and divination comes from within you and within the person that you're reading through their higher self, in contact with my higher self. That's my beliefs. So there you have it, guys. That was howItarot from the 3 Fat Readers channel. That was Dani Mystic, Dustin from Modern Metaphysical Man, and Lisa from Supportive Tarot. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, give me a like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget about the little notification bell if you would like to be notified of new videos coming out. And I'm wishing you always love and light. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.